In this video, we'll show you how to do a simple edit to a page. So here we are, we're on a page, the Board of Directors. I chose this page because, quite frankly, we do have a lot of edits to this page fairly regularly. So for example, this is our page of everybody on the board. These are typically the college presidents. So let's say we have an interim president right now, right here, Charles Ansell. So let's say that they hire somebody for that position and you need to make that change. You can go to log into the website and then go to the page and then hit edit page right up here at the top. Once you click on edit page, you should be able to do that fairly easily. A couple of things you're going to want to pay attention to when you do that, and I'll show you what they are in a minute. The first thing here is the page will show up, and when it does, you'll notice it looks like a lot of weird writing. You'll see all this stuff here. You won't want to mess with any of that. What you want to do in this regard is I always use the front end editor when I do any edits, and here's why. Because when you use the front end editor, you actually get it it's almost like a WYSIWYG. You get to see it sort of like in real time or so or such. So you click on to the front end editor, and then the page will show up for you, and it'll look like the page, except you'll be able to edit the page. So here you go. It looks just like we're on the actual page. But when you come down here, you'll know you're not, because you'll start seeing things like rows and columns and little plus signs and things like that. So our picture remains as it is. And then you would just change the name. You'd go down here. In this case, the person's name, let's say it's Charles Ansell is changed. You go down to what you want to change, and then you'll see that as you're using the editor, a text block will appear. That's because this is an entire text block into itself, and so you'll hit edit the text block. And when you do that, actually the text block will open up for you to edit. Now, I'll show you something else about this in a moment. So we want to change the Charles Ansell person to whoever it might be. I'm just going to change it back to Charles Ansell. But that's pretty much all you need to do is that, and then hit Save Changes. You'll see that the changes are saved. You hit Close. You're not done yet. You'll still need to hit the Update button, which is right here. So once you update it, you'll get a message that says it's been updated, and then you'll be ready to go. Successfully updated. Now here's the thing I want you to pay attention to, particularly in this page. This page is made up of kind of a table, if you will, and it's made up of row and columns. And so when you want things to line up, you'll use row and column for that. So what happens is you click on the little arrow and it'll open up this row piece here. You click on the row layout, and then if you need to change your layout, you can change it. There's a number of different choices. This is 1/4 plus 3/4, which is this layout here. In other words, the first column is going to be like 1/4 wide, and the second column is going to be 3/4 wide. We don't really need to worry about that at this point, but I just want you to pay attention to that, because there are a couple of places where you're going to see that, and you're going to want to make sure that you're being cognizant, because if you aren't, what could happen is you could end up with Sean Fitzgerald here and Antioch University down here, and they won't line up. So just be aware that that's there. But making updates and doing basic, simple edits are really very easy. It's really as simple as what I just showed you, which is making your change, hitting publish, then clicking your update, making sure you got your message, and then you're good to go. And then you can go to the web. Then once you've done that and it's updated, you click the X, and you're actually back on the page. And that's why front end editor is so good, because it lets you do that. And that's pretty much how you edit a page.